This is breaking news.
Good afternoon. New York State Police now holding an update on the investigation into Gilgo Beach.
Let's listen in.
2022 by the Suffolk County Police Commissioner to join a task force relative to the Gilgo Beach homicides investigation. We evaluated that request, and after evaluating that request, we were more than willing to assign an investigator full-time and open up the full resources of the New York State Police to the task force that was being created. We assigned an investigator from the New York State Police Bureau of Criminal Investigation to work on this case. And in doing so, that investigator was relieved of all other responsibilities. That investigator was assigned full-time to that investigation, and that investigator was directed to maintain contact with State Police Command and communicate the needs for any additional resources needed as this case moved forward. That investigator started this assignment in February of 2022. In March of 2022, this same New York State Police investigator reported to the leadership of that task force that a potential suspect had been identified. This suspect was Rex Heuermann. This was the first time that Rex Heuermann's name had come up and the first time that he had been identified as a potential suspect. At that time, the task force worked as a team to move forward with that information and their investigation, and ultimately confirmed that Rex Heuermann was in fact the individual responsible for, at minimum, the deaths of 3 women. I want to emphasize that although it was the New York State Police investigator that was responsible for identifying the suspect, it was the teamwork of the task force as a whole that helped bring this case to where it is today. The agencies involved in this investigation worked seamlessly with one another with the objective of identifying the individual responsible for these crimes. I've also been asked to provide the name of the investigator assigned. Because this is an active and ongoing investigation, we will not be providing the name of any of the members assigned to the investigation at this point. There are currently important investigative steps that are continuing and ongoing, and it would be premature on my part for me to identify any of the New York State Police members or any of the task force members at this point to anybody. We do not want in any way to compromise this investigation. What I will share with you is that the investigator that was assigned was a member of our Troop L Major Crimes Unit. This is a squad consisting of some of our most seasoned and experienced members, each of whom is experienced in different disciplines, including, but not limited to, the following: polygraph, interview and interrogation, statement analysis, evidence evaluation, homicide investigation, and violent crimes. As I mentioned at last week's press conference, the New York State Police remains committed to supporting the Suffolk County DA's office, the Suffolk County Police Department, and this task force. Part of supporting each of those agencies is to not compromise this investigation as it moves forward, and that is why we will not be providing the names of any of our personnel that are assigned. Any questions that pertain to aspects of what I previously mentioned should be forwarded to the Suffolk County DA's office. Any questions that are pertaining to aspects outside of what we're discussing here today should be forwarded to the Suffolk County DA's office. They are overseeing the prosecution, and those questions are most appropriately answered by them. Are there any questions specific to what I discussed today? I want to thank you all for your time. Thank you.
Can you tell us anything about the search thing? Any information on that?
Any information outside of the scope of what I brought to your attention today should be answered by the Suffolk County District Attorney's Office. The Suffolk County District Attorney's Office is a very professional organization headed by Ray Tierney, and I think any of those questions should be handled by him.
Can you tell us how the the state trooper was able to identify Rex Heuermann as a suspect?
I'm not going to get into any of our means, methods, or strategies. I don't want to give any other bad actors a tip-off as to how we operate as the New York State Police.
What about the avalanche? Could you speak about that, whether state records have been searched prior?
That I don't have that information. Any other questions? Thank you all for your time. Thank you.
All right, a very brief news conference there from New York State Police, basically explaining that there was an officer assigned specifically from Troop L Major Crimes Unit that was specifically assigned to this task force that was assembled by the Suffolk County District Attorney's Office to investigate the Gilgo Beach murders. Obviously, so many agencies, as you well know, Dick, involved, working in cooperation. They're likely fielding a lot of questions from the press regarding the information, and that was them basically just coming out saying, hey, this is the Suffolk County DA's case. Although we were involved in this investigation and we had an officer solely assigned to this task force, all questions need to go to the Suffolk County DA.
Yeah, we were really expecting perhaps some new information into the investigation into the Gilgo Beach murders, but none of that was provided. But we will provide you with a full update coming up at 5 o'clock.
This has been breaking news.